Hi everyone, Helen Blunden here at Activate Learn on Twitter. It is time for another book review and I thought I'd quickly do one just before I start work. So it's early morning, as you can see in the background with the sunlight coming in. So I thought I would do one called Me and You by Italian author Niccolo Amaniti. Now this is a book I found once again in the library. As you can understand, I love library books. I'm a member of so many libraries and I have enjoyed wandering around the bookshelves of the library and picking out books that have authors with very different names other than English names, simply because obviously the majority of them have been translated from the original language, and also they just provide me with a different perspective or different view of life in that country. Now this one, Niccolo Amaniti, is a well-known Italian author and he has written a lot of books, and this one is actually quite a small read, as you can see here, but nevertheless it is an absorbing read. It is about a 14-year-old boy called Lorenzo Cuni, and he seems to be a bit of a misfit. He's been diagnosed as having narcissistic personality disorder, but his father doesn't believe that he has that he's just a typical 14-year-old kid trying to connect with other kids his age but somehow missing the mark. Now he loves his mother and they get on well with his mother, but Lorenzo lies to his mother one day and says that he was invited to a ski trip at the nearby ski fields by his friends, and he makes up this whole story that his friends invited him out to this ski trip. But what he actually does is he spends the week in the basement of his building, where he set himself up a bed and some food, his PlayStation, and he's going to have a holiday away from the adults, just by himself, because he loves being by himself and he doesn't want to spend any time with other people. And in fact, as you read this, you kind of think, my first thoughts when I read about Lorenzo's character was he reminded me a bit about Dexter. You know, that show on TV, Dexter, where he's a bit of a misfit. He doesn't want people around him. He wants to be on his own and he just can't seem to emotionally connect with anyone. So Lorenzo creates this story. His mum believes him that he's going off on a trip to the snow, but Lorenzo then heads off down into the basement for a week, and there he's quite happily spending time by himself, playing his PlayStation, reading books, and doing a lot of the things that we all wish we could do sometimes, until there's a knock on the door and he finds that his sister Olivia comes and wrecks the entire situation. Now, if I continue saying any more, I'm going to let the plot go, but Olivia has got her own demons. She's dealing with her own demons and she doesn't have anywhere to go, and when she finds him in the basement, that's where she realizes she too needs to be down there as an escape, to escape her demons. And I'm not going to say what those demons are because it'll give away the plot of the book. Now the book itself is I loved it, and there was just this bit in the end where it came all together and your heart just went, oh, okay, this is what's like it. I cannot say what it was, but it is a beautiful book about a misfit trying to help his sister, trying to make sense of the world, also trying to kind of please his parents but not getting anywhere with it, and also trying to kind of control his own world so he doesn't have to deal with problems out there, and also realizing the people that he loves. Now down the track, it is kind of like a reminiscing where the story sets off 10 years in the future, where he recounts this situation, and then what happens 10 years in the past as a result of what happened to him and also to his sister. At the back of the book there are some questions for reading groups, and I do notice that many books now have questions for reading groups, and I must admit I do like going through the questions because they make you rethink about the certain situations of the book and the certain themes, and this would definitely be a very good novel for any book clubs if they're interested in books about siblings, books about reminiscing, and books from authors who might not come from English speaking backgrounds. So that's Me and You by Niccolò Amaniti. Highly recommended book. Okay then, thanks again, bye for now.